Art is too important not to share. Welcome to the Allie and Callie Artcast.
Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Callie. Welcome to the Artcast.
Hello, and let's talk art again.
Yes, art again. Let's say, what is Earth without art? We love talking art, so we're back again, and it's been a very art-filled summer.
It has been and continues to be.
And I love that about this community and the surrounding areas. And what's also great is we've got a trip coming to Walla Walla.
We do.
I'm so excited.
You know how much we love wine.
We love wine.
Any excuse.
We met a winemaker at
Stylus Wine and Vinyl.
Robbie and Krista French's place. And Mary from is it Dama Wines?
Dama
Wines.
Like Mama.
Like Dama right. Wines. We really liked the wine. And she was so fun.
She was.
We just, we were celebrating my birthday, and she was a kick in the pants already. And Krista had already told us that we really would like her. So we're excited to go down and see her.
And she's excited for us to come, which is always a plus.
Yes. Because she could have met us and said, thank you.
But she didn't. She's going to help us set up some meet and greets with some other artists.
Which I love about their wine. If you go to her website, her wine bottles have art from, I want to say lady artists. And they're beautiful. Mm-hmm. Tamara
This
Apple.
is the year of the woman, baby.
Yeah. So Sally Swalla, I love that one. There's beautiful pieces.
I know. So having the wine and incorporating the art
that makes us
in
happy.
The labels, yeah. What
more can we ask for?
Yeah, just music
and maybe some food.
So
we're going to do it, Allie and Callie on the road again.
That's right.
On the road again. We just can't wait to get on the road again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
Yes, we are, because we always do.
We're excited today because we have a good friend of ours.
Yep.
Yes.
Tarin Leach is here.
Tarin Leach.
And Tarin's been involved in the art community for a long time. That's how I met her years ago.
ArtWalk and Mardi Gras.
That's right. Welcome to the
Artcast.
I'm excited to be here.
Is this your first podcast?
It really is.
Oh
and it's like kind of insane to see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because now I know what all my favorite podcasts, including you guys, do.
Did you note that, including us?
Yeah.
Favorite. I note favorite in that.
Not just because of the people.
Okay. Well, we're glad to have you and excited to talk about your project.
Yes.
Thanks. I'm excited that you guys asked me to be on this to talk about my project because it just means it's even more real as a thing.
It's going to happen.
Well,
it's definitely happening.
I saw it on Facebook and it's like
it sounds great.
AltWalk. I just thought that was
great.
Really fun.
A fun play on words, and it's happening.
Yep.
August 9th. Correct?
Yeah, it is. It's coinciding with ArtWalk because I wanted it to be an addition, a little deviant addition to ArtWalk.
I love that. So tell us about your AltWalk.
My AltWalk. So my open house basically is what's considered a garden tour. So if you walk into my house, it's basically like a giant art project. There's murals everywhere. There's art of my own and other artists all over the walls and all over the floor and everywhere. And then you go out into the garden area and there's like an adult sandbox for meditation. And there's like a fountain with a pond and really flowers growing everywhere. And so it just really incorporates art in all of the areas of it. I also have an ambulance that has a little speakeasy in it. And we're setting up a bell tent for tea service. And so there's some things happening in the bell tent too. So it's a whole event, not just opening my house up. But I want to explain why opening your home up and living your life as art is important, right? Because your ultimate art piece you're making, I think, is your life, right? The ultimate artifact isn't a painting. It's kind of the relationships that you create, right? And so artists, as a result of things like World War II and some things that were happening politically in the geosphere of things, right? We're moving away from language. They're moving away from artifacts. They're moving away from things like paintings being the main cause, because at that time it was all about the power, I guess, of institutions. And if you think about where art usually exists, it's in institutions, it's in museums, it's in galleries, and those museums and galleries have power, right? And they're expressing that certain artists are artists and other artists aren't, and that regular people can't be artists, and your entire life isn't an art project. It's only within these walls that art exists.
Right.
And so they were breaking out of that. And so now art is life. Picasso said art is life. There's a lot of philosophers and theorists that say art is life now. And so by doing an art project like opening my house up, it's showing how I live my life, which is as art. We can also think about some of the artists that started art as life, that institutionalized getting out of the museums, right? So it's a lack of institutionalization, I guess I should say. It's a lack of that power. They're creating happenings, they're creating installation art, right? And so they're making giant things and buildings, or they're creating events that only last for minutes, and only the people that are there get to express the feelings that exist within that event. And so the artifact becomes the relationship that happens between the artist and the receiver. And so generally we're in a consumption type of environment, or in a consumptive society, right? And so we're trying to take the consumption out of the art. We're trying to give it back to the receiver as a gift. And in a gift, there's automatically some of that consumption there, because there's this obligation that you received something, okay? And so in this art, you're receiving a relationship, you're receiving community. And that's hard to show people. It's hard to show that it's important. It's hard to put in a gallery and show that this is art. And it's hard to make money then, right? But that's not the point. And so this is me being able to open up my house, because my art is my life, and showing people that I may work on a farm and I might do landscaping, but inside there's this whole world of beauty, really. Don't make me cry, but that's everyone I see, is this whole world of beauty that we don't necessarily get to see. And I wanted people to see it for my own mental health, but other people's mental health, to see that, like, on the inside we're all just trying and beautiful, and it doesn't matter what's going on the outside, because from the outside my house is white. There's like a beautiful little mural on the door, and that's about it. There's a beautiful garden, but you can't tell the outside that when you walk in there's going to be something special, and I think that's important. As I think it's important to remember as a metaphor.
Oh, for sure.
So that's kind of part of the art history that I wanted to talk about, and part of like why I'm doing this. It's doing this for community. I'm doing it for relationship. I'm doing it for the art of it.
Well, I love that. I mean, it's a commitment to your creative spirit, and that is valuable.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So tell us what you have planned.
Oh, cool. So, like I said, there's going to be a bell tent. So that's a large tent that you can usually fit about 3 queen-size beds in. We're not putting beds in it, but we will have comfies, pillows, and furry blankets, and then a tea service. There will be oracle card readings, and if I have time, I'll go in there and do some tea read leavings. Is this stuff real? Nobody knows, but is it fun? Absolutely, right? It's fun, and that's the point of it. It's supposed to just be fun and entertaining. It's not necessarily supposed to be something that's going to change your entire night, right? And then we do have some poets that are going to come in, and some readers, and so I haven't decided exactly when they're going to exist or where they're going to exist space, but I think inside the bell tent would be really great for some poetry and some blackout poetry for some other people to just exist and collaborate. I have a lot of local friends and artists and entertainers and acrobats as part of my friendship group, because what I do is create relationships, right? And so I do have a lot of genuine relationships that I cherish, and a lot of those people are artists. And so a lot of those people are willing to come and gift to the community around them. So that's some of the stuff I have planned. I need to do a little pre-party to get my bar stocked, so I think I'm going to have some people come over and gift the speakeasy, so there will be drinks. I'm going to try to convince one of my friends to sponsor We'll See the Speakeasy, but nobody knows what's happening yet because it's still 2 weeks away, and that is a very long time in my life. Maybe not in some people's event planning times, but I'm like, man, I've got 14 days plus, I think, to figure this out. Right. And I already have my house. Yeah. So I don't need a whole lot more, in my opinion, but adding extras was just exciting.
Yeah. For all your screen printing needs, trust the local you can count on. Pyramid Printing has been a Coeur d'Alene favorite for over 2 decades.
Specializing in screen printing, embroidery, signs, banners, and stickers. For all jobs, big and small, just give Eric a call.
Email us at info@pyramidprintingcda.com or give us a call at 208-664-0254.
pyramidprintingcda.com. Add a little flair to your special events with Scraps Barbecue, a great catering choice for your next gathering. Specializing in golf tournaments, sporting events, weddings, and other family friend gatherings, their commercial kitchen can be on site, or you can choose to have a fully catered meal delivered right to you. Known for their authentic Santa Maria style tri-tip and tequila lime fish tacos, they can customize the menu to meet your needs for groups of 20 to 2,500. Contact Kevin at kevin@scrapsbarbecue.com or check them out on Facebook.
I've seen you painting on, I think, Instagram. What's your handle on Instagram?
It is literally my name. It's like the most exciting thing.
I love it.
It's just my name.
Tarin Leach.
Okay.
TarinLeach.
And I'm public again because I'm not a life coach anymore.
Oh.
So you can find me.
There you go.
That's cool.
Because I follow you.
Thanks.
And I saw you painting.
You're probably my 113th follower. I appreciate you.
I am a follower.
All right, I'm going to be a follower.
Yeah.
You're not? How long have we known each other?
I know. I'm never
good
on Instagram.
See, I love Instagram.
Yeah, it's just a lot more artsy on Instagram.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I know.
It's a little more focused on the picture.
Need to figure it out a little bit.
And the art.
This has been my summer of reels is what I decided. And so part of my art as life is trying to figure out how to make little videos of my life.
Yeah.
I know, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm living and then I'm trying not to be annoying, but I'm like that person with my camera out, you know?
Yeah.
And then I warn all my friends, like, if it starts to get annoying, just tell me.
Let me know.
But I feel like a broken record because I'm like, do you mind if I film this?
It's just a part
I'm
of
surprised you're not filming this now.
I didn't know I could.
Time.
Right? That would be
part
exciting.
Of the world now.
Right.
We all
Wait, hold on. We have to start over.
Yeah. All right, take 3.
Not only do I don't have 14 days, I only have 7, but we also have to start this all over.
This podcast is going to take 4 more days to get done. No, we're good. No, the Instagram is great, though. It's a great way to get your art out and get your word out. And I know Facebook is more for the old people like us.
I just feel like Facebook is more for the bosses, the business people, and the family. And Instagram is more for the random people you don't know and like your close friends.
That's a great way to put it.
That is a great way to put it.
I feel like also because Facebook has changed so much throughout the years that there's so many ads and so I mean I know there's ads on Instagram too.
There's ads everywhere.
But it feels like
got to pay for it somehow.
Got to pay for it somehow.
All ads, and I just scroll. I just look for people I know. Yeah, because
I just have a couple groups that I go to. That's the way to do it. Just go to your Facebook groups, and then there's no ads.
Oh,
and then you
that's
just have certain groups that you go and check out, and then you're done.
That's good. Yeah,
I have some favorites.
But I do love the Instagram. So that's a great way to get your word out. So it's how you're promoting the AltWalk.
Oh, I'm promoting it a couple different ways. So currently I'm on a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
That's perfect.
Pretty exciting.
Yes.
It's pretty much the biggest advertisement that I've done so far.
Well, we'll promote it.
Social media. But then I am doing this thing in my driveway. That's kind of fun. It's just a sign that's fair, but then I'm going to add it to the driveway. But so far it's like a purple sign, and then it's got AltWalk, Art as Life, Open House, Friday, August 9th, 4 to 9 p.m. because it's just the hour before and the hour after ArtWalk, so that everybody can still do ArtWalk, but then still maybe come to my spot too if they want to.
That.
Yeah, because I love ArtWalk. I don't want to like take people away from it. I want to add to it.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah, of course.
There's always room for more.
There is always more room.
There's never enough art.
Yeah. No, but then the sign, I did it in purple with white to start out with. So only if you get really close, because there's a lot of people that walk down my road, then you see it. But slowly I've been adding in the letters in black so that like if you go faster or you're a little bit further away, you can start to see it. And I'm like, it's a little mini art project itself.
I love that.
And taking video, of course, of doing it.
There you go.
But
you're doing it.
And that's the cool thing too, is where I live is right on 15th. And so the Boys and Girls Club and the middle school are right there. So there's pretty good parking.
Yeah.
The only thing that's weird is now everyone knows where I live.
Yeah.
That's a little awkward, not going to lie. There's some safety issues there, but just I protect myself. People should know that. That's a pre-warning. Right. Maybe I should have a sign.
Right. We'll let people go and find you on Instagram, and then they can, if they're interested in going.
That's a great way to do it, but also I'm public on social media. This community loves artists, and this universe loves this girl, so either way.
I think you'll
I love that girl.
I think you'll be fine. Yeah.
Well, Tarin, you've been involved in a lot of artistic endeavors around the community over the years that I've known you. When I met you, you were the coordinator for Art on the Edge, which was really fun because that was a program I started 100 million years ago. That was awesome. And so that was a cool little connection. But in addition to that, you've been really involved with Emerge, and you were really involved in Gizmo, which got us involved in Gizmo a little bit. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Live your life as relationships, right? I guess my journey started knowing that I wanted to help people. And I think I have to go back far because I started out going to school pre-med. I wanted to be a general surgeon. And I went 2.5 years doing that. I met a boy, decided I wanted to have a baby, and decided that maybe I wanted to do the family thing instead. But I still wanted that idea of going anywhere in the world and being able to help. Then I found art therapy, and I was like, oh man, I can combine art and I combine the medical field, right? And I can do art therapy. Then I went to school and I started learning art, and I started learning art history, and I started learning art theory, and I realized that art was enough, that the artifact of art being the relationship is enough, that art is usually the revolution behind social political movements. It's usually the catalyst of things, and it's not the thing that follows. I always thought art was kind of the thing that memorialized what happened in history. What I didn't realize is that art is usually the thing that progresses history. That's something I didn't realize.
That's cool.
It's so cool. Yeah. And also, art is everywhere. Like, if we look around this room right now, an artist even designed like the electrical socket, the chairs we're sitting in. Like, an artist designed the way that this room is being lit. An artist is valuable in any profession. And so I realized art was enough, right? And so then I got a degree in art, and I got a degree in something called social sculpture, and that was developed in the 1950s by a guy named Joseph Beuys. And basically, art has the power to revolutionize social communities, right? That's the idea of it, that the artifact is the relationship, the same thing I've kind of been saying. And I got my degree in that. University of Idaho didn't even have a program for that. I had to create my own program. I had to do it myself because that's what I wanted to do. And university, for the record, is always what you make it. But anyway, so then I did the artist thing. So as soon as I graduated school, I was super lucky to get a job at the CDA Galleries downtown. So it's a Western art gallery, and Buddy Lay and Shawnee Lay own it. And they were amazing owners and amazing at teaching how to be in a relationship as sales. But more than that, they taught me how to appreciate art that wasn't my thing.
Right.
Western art's not my style, right? But I can appreciate brushstrokes. I can appreciate like the ideas, the lines, so much of the composition. And even as I progressed, I appreciated even more of the art. So I didn't have to break it down to these elements of art and principles of design. I could appreciate it for what it was. And they were pivotal in helping me do that. And their Shawnee's parents were also part of it, and they were great too. So then it was just, okay, now I need to help. Because I was in sales and I did that. Now I need to help. So then I think I did the program director of Art on the Edge. And then while doing that, Bart Mueller approached me about being at Gizmo because I had done the donor walls for St. Vincent de Paul's Father Bill's Kitchen.
Oh, right.
Father Bill's Kitchen, they have a donor wall. And then I also did one in their help center. And I did it at Gizmo. And they appreciated me and I appreciated them. So then I went to Gizmo and I did that for, I think, 4.5 years. And there you learned so much because they have so many tools.
Yeah.
And so many like venues to just learn. I call it Imagineering because you're just engineering whatever you can imagine, right?
I love that too. Gizmo, I mean, that was a game changer for me, I thought.
It was a game changer for me. And you'll even see that in my house. You'll see like inside of my windows, I have cut vinyl that I designed and cut out at printers at Gizmo, right? I've got laser cut out things everywhere. I've got plasma cut out things. So like, and just the idea that you can fail and fail up, like it's just your first attempt in learning, right? People say that, just fail upwards and just keep trying because just fail differently. And I have that on my wall too. I mean, we may continue to fail, but not the same failures. That's just written on my wall. I have one room in my house that's just a bunch of words in my bathroom. It's just beautiful words. And then I ask my friends to send me words, and it's just words that are pretty to say, or it's just words that maybe make you think about something. But you just hang out in the bathroom for far too long sometimes because you're like, fervor.
That's a great word.
That's a great word.
Plethora. One of my favorite, plethora.
Plethora. I think I have plethora on the wall.
Word.
Really?
It's a great word.
It's a great
My
word.
favorite word is shallot.
Oh.
I just love it.
The Ovation Company, in partnership with the Chalkboard Agency, is committed to improving the climate and culture of our schools. The number one indicator for student success is connectedness, feeling like you are part of something. Nothing helps connect people like a good story. After all, isn't a podcast a way to share and collect stories? The Chalkboard Agency's mission is to connect the world of education through the stories that bond us all. To find out more, visit thechalkboardagency.com. And if you have a story to tell that you believe would help young people to be kinder to one another, reach out to the Chalkboard Agency and let us connect you to the world.
Greetings, listeners of the Allie and Callie Artcast podcasts. This is Jason from Tubbs Coffee Roasters. Keeping art alive and culture relevant is the heart and soul of our community of creatives. And as a local coffee roaster who loves a good origin story of a painter or a farmer or a musician, we proudly support the Allie and Callie's Artcast podcast's expansion and exploration through positive conversation. So grab a cup of coffee, preferably one from Tubbs Coffee Roasters, and tune in, humans. Your ears will thank you.
I remember a project that you did with several women called the Goddess Series, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember actually. Here's the thing. I remember the event. I don't remember what I did. That was a long time ago.
I know it was, but I remember it. I'm older than you.
That's kind of the point of my projects, isn't it?
To make me remember
To make the person who receives remember, yeah.
Right. Well, I loved it because
Have a good memory.
Chelsea Cordova was involved. Linda
Yeah.
Kep was involved.
I remember we were down below and it was collaborative. Again, I don't remember what we did.
And you had the show at the old Emerge building before it burned down.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
It was really
Because I knew I wanted to do my basket because I had a basket that was a woven basket that I had made previously that people had added to. And I wanted to do that, and they told me no because they wanted to do a big tapestry weaving. And so I don't remember what I did instead. Oh, it was on a wheel thing, right?
and
A wooden wheel.
And then people could add to it.
Chelsea and I did that. You're right.
There, it's coming back.
Yep. Because it was based on the project that I had done previously. Can I tell you what that was?
Yes,
Because it
of
was
course.
really rad. So I welded the armature of a basket together, and it was big. It was like a 4-foot basket. And you can actually get in the basket now, and it's pretty fun. But then I invited women over to my home, and I told them to bring fabric and tapestries, linens that were important to them, though. But they didn't know what to do with them, but they couldn't get rid of them. And then, oh, look. And so they brought food, they brought linens. And then we all sat and we wove this tapestry and we tore apart the beautiful linens, but as we tore apart the linen, each woman shared the story of where the linen came from.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Nice.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds
It was
really
so
nice.
beautiful, like towels from childhood or baby blankets, or my grandma knit this for me, like beautiful things, but like were mostly ruined or they just didn't know what to do with, right? And then that was woven into the basket. And that's the hard part again about showing the artifact is like, how do you show that happened? It's hard.
Right.
Just a picture of someone weaving a basket and then a basket being out there, you know? But it's hard to show, like, oh my gosh, you didn't hear the story about how grandma
Where it
knit
came
this
from.
and then gave it to the
history of
firstborn
that.
girl of the family, or, you know? It was beautiful.
That reminds me of Duncan and the Irish or Scotch, the trees with the tapestries and the strings. They do it in Scotland, where they take the strips of fabric and it's stories and they tie it on a tree.
Oh, that's cool.
And-
As in they write on the piece of fabric? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I remember that. He
Might
had
have to
it
do something like that.
He had it at the Jack Center years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if we just figured out another thing to do? Because I have a little mini plum forest, and that's where the little pond and fountain is, and it would be cool to do something like that in there.
Oh, yeah.
Or wishes. It could be my wish forest.
There you go.
It's filled with people's wishes.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Wishes for the future.
Yes, as long as people are, altruistic in their wishes.
Happy wishes.
Happy wishes only,
Only
please.
happy.
I'm gonna have to make some signs.
Yeah.
I just go and sage the forest every like
You're in a
15
creative
minutes.
space.
It's a
Follow the
creative, happy
This is good vibes only.
vibes only, or you will be bad.
Generally speaking, though, when people like do that sort of thing,
They would be.
it goes well.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
I think so.
generally
Do you
you're
think
right.
generally it goes well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
would think
people
so.
that will come to your house are
Right.
going to be the people that are ready to be part of
Open.
it. Experiential art.
Yeah.
I like that I'm forcing just this environment on people.
A creative
It's just
space.
exciting.
I wouldn't say that you're forcing
no,
it. You're
it's just-
inviting
Well,
people to
I'm
share.
inviting, but then I'm forcing it because here's the thing: they can walk out as soon as they open the door, but that would be weird. And you don't know what you're getting. Like I said, the outside of my house is really kind of blasé.
I've been there.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Right.
And then they open the door, and it's going to be like, oh, this is maybe. What if it's assaulting? I guess that's part of the experience for some
Right.
people.
Yeah. Some
Kind of reminds me of the whole concept that I imagine Meow Wolf is like.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I've never
I
been.
need more
so I
secret
don't know.
passageways in my home for this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
So cool.
I could probably figure that out for an alternative event.
But I like the wishing well. Your
Thank
wishing
you.
well.
Yeah.
Wishes.
That is such a good idea.
Wishes
I'm
for
going to
the
do that. I'm
future.
going to write that down
What's your plan for the future after the AltWalk?
for myself or for my house.
Both.
For you and your house.
Man, I like to say that when I make plans, God just laughs at me. Because, I mean, anytime I try to make plans, they don't usually turn out the way I think they're going to. And so I try not to make very intense plans.
That's fair.
I have a vague, my son graduates high school in 4 years.
Okay.
So I have a
crazy.
vague plan of when he's.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? My
is-
son is
yeah.
going to graduate. I'm sorry, but no matter how old you are or your children are, it's an insane idea that they're going to leave.
Yeah.
But really, I'm the one leaving because as soon as he graduates, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to try to purchase the house that I'm living in because I love it and I love the community here and I love
Right.
the people here. But I really want to be by my family too, and I don't have family up in this part
Right.
of
Where's
Idaho.
your family?
They're everywhere. They're Arkansas, they're Michigan, they're Pennsylvania, they're North Dakota.
Right.
So they're spread out. So I need to live a little bit more of a transient life once
For a
Isaac's
little while.
gone.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love the idea of that, though, because imagine the art things that I could do. I have an
fun would that
ambulance, and right now it might be a speakeasy, but what if it's like a mini makerspace or a mini, like,
Yeah.
who knows?
Your little tiny
little
home.
gallery or.
Tiny home on wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could put a tiny home on top of it or something. or just sleep in a tent. It's more important to show art.
Art, yes. I gotcha. I got you. But you got to live somewhere.
Do I?
Well, you need a roof. That's all.
I could maybe put a bivy sack in between the art.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
perfect.
Yeah.
I just want you safe. That's all.
And a
I'm a mom.
neck pillow.
Yeah, that's what you need.
I'll just be up in my ambulance being like, I'm fine.
Don't worry.
I do think it's funny how we, my husband and I are also thinking of, ways we can escape and go out and be elsewhere, and maybe not permanently, but from time to
Just
time.
a little more free.
Yeah,
right?
a little freer.
Yeah.
Because we've been,
Kinda,
I don't know, you're, I don't want to say trapped by your children, but you're held by them.
You're choosing to remain in a location that is for their growing environment.
Right,
Yes.
because you choose to have them.
Yes.
And then when you're free of that, then they have grandchildren, and then you're
And then
stuck
you're like,
again.
oh my gosh, I can't leave.
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy.
Then they have grandchildren.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'll probably have to wait a while for that.
Yeah.
Isaac seems like an intrinsic,
You
Yeah.
got some time.
And it's good.
You got
It's good for,
Yeah.
for them. I think my son was 33 or 34
Yeah.
33 when he had his first kid.
We could do the math. How old were you when you became a grandma?
I don't know.
I was 60. I was old, but I was
So
an
I
old
was
mom.
60. Oh, I was 60.
And I was an old mom. I know you don't like to say that. I was an elder mom.
An elder mom.
I was not a
geriatric
I was
mom
not
by
a-
any means.
No, I chose to
Clinically
have my
speaking.
children later in life.
Yes.
Because I had to go through a couple husbands to get to
Get to the perfect one.
to get to the one that I can,
Who's not always perfect, but we love
the
him.
one I like the most.
And to our sponsor.
Thanks to my sponsor,
Yeah.
the Ovation Company. Okay, thank you so much, honey. Nice one. I love it, Tarin.
Thank you.
She's always listening. I love it.
Boy.
That's great.
It's the knowledge of knowing your sponsors.
Well, we're excited to keep track of you
Yes.
and what you're doing.
I'm
'cause
excited
you-
to keep track of
We
me.
know you're at
Yeah,
least
you
here
just
4
always
more
have
years.
something fun going on.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget to bring me in on your fun things, because you guys always have fun things going on. Look, you're on a podcast. You're
I
running
know.
it.
And here you
this
are.
is your podcast.
It
And here
is.
you are.
And I am here.
You are.
I'm finally doing something cool enough to be on a podcast.
That's right.
That's right.
Super cool.
Lucky you.
Making things happen.
Yeah.
Dude, did you know, okay, Mitch Rumsey, you know Maya's husband?
Yeah, I don't know him, but I know she
Of
has
him.
a husband.
She has a
Yes.
husband,
Yes.
guys. Maya Rumsey, great artist, pottery.
Love her.
Husband.
Yeah.
Came up with AltWalk, because I was going to be ArtWalk, and he's like, that's a little mouthy. It should be AltWalk.
Well, let's give him kudos. 'Cause
I know.
I love that.
It's so
brilliant.
good, right? It's
perfect.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I usually name things, so I think that was clever, smart, to the point.
And wouldn't it be cool if it became something
Yeah.
a little bit more broad? Because I was talking to some friends of mine who also have really cool houses, and they're like, that is such a good idea. To see some people's houses, or they know people that have really artistic houses, and just to open those houses up. I know you guys do the studio tour, but that almost feels,
It's
or not you guys, but I know the city,
Arts and
the Arts and Culture Alliance
Yeah.
does the studio tour. But that feels like it's still a little bit like, if you're an artist, you can do this. If you
Yes.
have a studio, you can do this.
Right. Yes.
And I don't have a studio even. My living
Right.
room's my studio, right?
might be the
And
answer.
And so AltWalk.
I love that. I would
Might
do
be-
that, except I'm in Post Falls.
Yeah, but that's kind of the point.
It could be
Who cares where it is?
Offshoots.
It doesn't have to be close. It's because
true.
if people want to come, they're going to drive to where you are.
Right. We could be on the. We could do AltWalk.
AltWalk.
It's really hard to say.
It is hard to say.
It is.
AltWalk.
AltWalk. AltWalk. Well, I love it.
L's.
I'm
I do
excited
too.
to see what it's all about. I want to make
I
my
know.
wish.
It'll be fun. I've got it on my calendar.
Wishes.
Wishes. I love it.
Yep.
And see some art and some readings, and it's a little of everything. That's great.
Yep.
creative
Well,
night.
thank you for coming.
And
Yes.
bring your money, because there will be art for sale, not just mine.
Okay.
I'm talking to you two specifically.
Yes,
I
bring
not
your money.
everyone else.
Okay.
I know. Kevin will kill me.
Bring
for
your
that.
wallet.
That's all right.
Kevin loves me. Kevin will understand.
He does love you.
Yeah.
He's coming too. Maybe
Bring-
he'll buy the art.
There you
There we go.
And then
You don't even
I
have to.
won't
Then he
have
can't
I'll just
do
put
that
out.
to you.
I'll just put out a jar for donations. You don't
There you
even need to
go.
bring anything home.
Okay. that works.
They used to have patrons of the arts. Why don't they have patrons of the arts anymore?
We do have patrons of the arts.
But only on like, they have the website where it's Patreon or whatever, and so you can support local artists, right? But why don't we have like, artists used to live in people's houses and then be totally their patrons, and people used to feed them and clothe them and house them. Why don't we have that?
Oh, we do. And my mother comes to live with me every year for 2 weeks. That's all I can do.
That's all I can. Your mother is a great artist.
She is.
She is a
That's
great
fair.
Great artist.
I got more cool art when she was just here.
Yeah.
And you do have a son that makes art,
I do.
Yeah.
On my
and he
skin.
comes to visit.
He lives
He
here
lives
now.
in Spokane now.
Oh, nice.
They bought a house.
Oh, nice.
They're not.
They're
vagabonds
adults.
anymore.
Yeah. They are adults. Well,
Yeah. Anyway, well, we really appreciate you coming in.
Very
talking
excited.
to us. This has been really fun.
AltWalk.
AltWalk.
See you there.
August 9th.
August 9th.
4 to 9. Be
Yep.
there or be square.
Check her out.
on Instagram,
Tarin Leach.
Tarin Leach. Mm-hmm. And we'll maybe put the link of her Instagram on
In the description.
It's a great idea. My name is
for
spelled
sure.
weird.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that way you'll find it and come see her.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hope to see everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring your
And
way.
if you don't see me there because I'll be a little bit hectic and busy, I'm sorry, but thank you.
yeah,
It's okay.
bring
It's
your
okay.
wishes.
We'll find a way to come in and give you a hug and kiss.
Good.
Absolutely.
And can I just take a second to do a little shout out to Adam Graves, who has graciously allowed us to use his conference room at
Yes.
Range to do our podcast
Yes.
when we don't have a place to go. So we appreciate him
Do
too.
appreciate him. Thank you so much, Adam.
Yep. So I'm Allie.
And I'm Callie, and whatever you do today, make sure it's creative.
The Allie and Callie Artcast is sponsored in part by Tubbs Coffee Roasters, globally sourced, locally roasted coffee. Scraps Barbecue, a locally owned catering company. The Ovation Company, standing for what is right and good. And Pyramid Printing, a Coeur d'Alene favorite for over 2 decades.